What's going on, YouTube? So we are back with another commentary, but this time with something a little bit different. I was looking at the new NCAA 14 camera angles that they're going to have for this year's game, and it kind of reminded me of when Madden 13 came out, and they were talking about this new zoomed camera angle that they're going to have, and of course it looked completely unplayable, but I thought to myself, you know what, it's late in the year, let me try to spice things up a little bit. So I got into a ranked game, and I thought, you know what, let's just see if I can't win a ranked game using this camera angle against somebody that gets to use their regular camera angle. And as you can see with Sherrod Martin, I have no idea where they're going to throw the ball. It's extremely tough to play defense, to know where they're going to throw. But it's early in the first quarter, and already I get a nice lurk with John Beeson over the middle. He was about to go to his tight end, and I got a nice user pick. I absolutely love it when interceptions are rewarding. Way back when, before ball hawk existed, I missed that, especially in NCAA 13. Before they introduced ball hawk, man, playing defense was just stupid hard. And I love that. And that's the type of feeling that I get playing this game. But with all that said, I'm actually going to focus on something a little bit different because I have the day off work. And I decided that I was going to play some poker on PokerStars. Now, I'm from Canada, so I can play for money on PokerStars anytime I want. We're not banned from playing there. And I just started playing this new game called Zoom. It's on Full Tilt Poker, and it's also on PokerStars. And basically what it is it's a way to play fast poker. You can basically play like 10 hands in 15 seconds. You basically just get to a table, and they give you a hand. And you can hit the fast fold button, where then it'll fold your hand, and then you're at a new table with new cards and new players. So you can just fold and fold and fold and fold until you get a hand that you like. So when I first started playing this, I definitely struggled a little bit because it's a whole different type of game. It's poker for sure, but the type of hands that you have to play and the way that you have to play it is a lot different. Just as an example, the other day I played Pocket Kings 7 times. And I went all in. I played them like kings. I was aggressive with them and everything like that. And every single time I had kings, I lost. And what did I lose to? Pocket aces. So I learned a really good lesson. And so today I went in and I played and I thought, okay, I have a new strategy. I'm just going to play different. Playing hands like ace king or ace queen, I mean, that doesn't do anything. The only thing that's going to do is empty your bank account. So I figured things out and I started up with a new strategy. So I'm going to play aces aggressively, but I'm going to play kings the same way that I'm going to play deuces. I'm just going to call up to a certain amount and hope that I hit trips on the flop, and if I don't, then I'm going to fold. Playing king suited or queen suited is absolutely pointless. Every time I did that, I lost to the ace high flush. So I'm only going to play ace high flush cards pre-flop and call up to a certain amount. So aces, any pair, or ace flush cards. And I used that philosophy today, and I was doing really well. I basically got about 6 or 7 times my money using that philosophy, and it's really hard to stick to it because every once in a while you get a hand and you think, let me just try to, get in there and see if I can't, even when it's one-on-one. I got ace king. Let's just see if I can, just see a flop and see if I hit a pair or 2 pair, because I've only got to worry about one other person. And just, like, no joke, man, anytime you do that, you get burned. It's just, you can't play hands like that. So, like I said, I learned. So today, I'm playing. I've got 6 or 7 times my money. I get to a table with another guy who has got a stack like me. We definitely, by far, have the 2 most chips at the table. And I get pocket 10s. He re-raises pre-flop, and I'm like, okay. So it fits within my limit of what I would call with any pocket pair pre-flop. So I call, and the flop is 8-2-3. Okay, so pretty good for me. I check. I let him bet. He checks. The next card is a 10. So I'm like, okay, sweet. It's all 4 different suits, and I've got trip 10s. I've got by far the nuts so far. So I bet a really good amount, and he calls. Then the next card is a 6. Okay, so now I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what's a hand that can beat me? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is definitely a hand that can beat me. There's no flush possibilities. I've got the highest trips, but If he had 4-5, you know, with a 2-3 up there, he definitely would have bet open-ended, you know, but he doesn't have that because he raised pre-flop. Okay, so that's out of the equation. As I get a nice user pick here, down 17-7. Gonna take this to the house and go down 17-14. Again, like I said, really excited about that user pick because that's tough to do. So yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, so what else can beat me? The only other hand that can beat me is 9-7. And he definitely doesn't have that, again, because he raised a good amount pre-flop. And then when I bet with my trip 10s, I bet a really good amount, and he called. But I mean, that's a gut shot, so there's just no way, okay? So I'm gonna bet really good. So I bet a really good amount, and then he comes back and raises me. And I'm just looking at it for a second. I'm just like, there's no way he's got 4-5 or 9-7. Like, nobody would call on a gut shot like that. And nobody would raise pre-flop with 9-7 or 4-5, especially in a game like Zoom Poker. It just doesn't make any sense. So I re-raise him and I go all in. He's got 9-7 offsuit. And he raised. And I was just, I mean, I fucking hate online poker so much, you don't even know. Like, the only reason I play it is because I'm addicted to playing poker. I love it. I love playing in person. But online poker is just such a joke. It's unbelievable. Like, I'm really pissed right now. Like, literally, this just happened about 20 minutes ago. So I'm extremely heated right now. Anytime I try to go play online poker, I just think, you know what, my poker skills are going to be enough. But it just never is. There's just way too much fluke. I have no idea how people consistently win at online poker. It just makes me think that they're the biggest joke players, because they just play with the worst hands and they depend on extreme luck, you know, no skill whatsoever. To me, I feel like I can read people in person. You know, that's my strength. You know, reading people. I've played against Scott Montgomery a few times. He's from Ottawa, and that's where I live, and he's buddies with a guy that I play poker with. I've played against him, and the last 2 times I played him, I took him out and I won the tournament, and he finished 5th in the World Series of Poker. So I definitely have some poker skills, but I just cannot play online poker. You know, just kind of want to even just talk about my dad here for a second. You know, my dad raised us on poker. You know, he played billiards, he played chess, he did all these types of things, and he played for money. And that's what he did, and he raised us on that. And, you know, losing that hand just reminded me of back when I was a kid. I was only 18 years old, and my dad thought that I was going to, you know, follow in his footsteps and be a great poker player. And we went to this charity casino game. It was limit poker, but it was $10, $20 blinds. And, you know, pots can definitely get up there. They can get up to $1,000 real easy. And I had ace-king, or sorry, I had ace-10. And the pot was just, the flop was like, it was 10-10, you know, junk or whatever like that. And the betting went all the way around with everybody in max. And it's and I'm just betting, raising. I got trip 10s with the nut kicker, just raising. There's nothing that's going to beat me. And the pot was literally like 900 and something. I can't remember exactly. 900 and something dollars. And I'll never forget, right on the river, a king comes up. And there was only one guy left. And when he bet, the way that he threw his chips down, just right on the table, they were stuck together. And I remember them hitting the table and they cracked open. And my dad always told me, you never remember the hands that you win, but you always remember the ones that you lose. And that hand today literally killed me. I'm never playing online poker again.